Hey guys, it's Centurion Master and welcome back to another World Warships replay. We're in the British Tier 4 destroyer, the Wakeful. We've just opened the Acaster at Tier 5, so we're heading down the British destroyer line. I've tried to do pretty much every other line, so the British one's pretty much the last one left to do. I have enjoyed these ships. I think they're pretty decent, good all-round ships. The Wakeful in particular has got a 5.7k detection range. His torpedo range is 6k, so a little bit short, but with that extra 0.3 of a k, then obviously you can get your torpedoes off before being spotted by the enemy. Artillery range is 10.8k with a reload time of 7.2 seconds, so all in all it's a pretty decent, well balanced and well rounded destroyer, and I've really enjoyed playing it. I think it's pretty mobile, pretty manoeuvrable, good rudder shift time, and you know, that detectability of 5.7k is pretty decent. So at this point we're just going to head off towards D. We've asked the CV to try and do some spotting for us, which he did oblige. He's now heading over in that area. And at this point the thoughts are just to try and look for any sort of potential targets, get myself into a position where I can play the objective, do whatever I can to try and take a cap early as I can without putting myself at too much risk. And D is the one we're going for. And now we have a target in the distance, that's Carl Shrew. Always a cautious time as you approach a cap, especially with CVs back in the game now and planes tending to pop up everywhere. And also just looking for a chance to maybe get some rounds down without maybe getting detected, and I think there's an opportunity here. Just get some HE into this battleship if possible. But we do get seen, and there's the enemy Carl Shrew. So we get some torpedoes off in the general direction, quick look around. No friendlies in the area, so we can do so with relative ease. Now we can look at maybe get some rounds into him as well. There are torpedoes coming in from all directions, so he's going to be pretty occupied. Get minimal damage there with a HE. So we switch to AP. And the AP on this ship isn't too bad. And that seals us our first kill of the game. So whenever possible you always do want to try and use AP into a broadside target. Certainly at this tier against cruisers and obviously fellow destroyers. But really against battleships, just stick with your HE. So decap secured, we're now going to move off to the eastern side of the map. And try and put a little bit of pressure and continue spotting these ships over on that side. Again, torpedo bombers inbound, so we want to get out of here as quick as we can. Torpedoes back up and running, and we can start hunting for another target. Again, that 7.2 second reload isn't bad. You can get some rounds down in pretty decent fashion. But now we've got to switch our priorities to this enemy destroyer. Always try and prioritise your targets where you can, although I can get shots off onto the other two ships onto the left hand side. I've got to get rid of this destroyer really. Provide myself and my team with a little tactical advantage. So we're not going to get any torps off here, I don't think, so just keep pumping a HE out. And that's completely misfired that one, but I won't make the same mistake again. And these look good. And there we have second kill of the game. So up to just over 5,000 damage. Two ships down, both for me, and that gives us a decent lead in the game at this point. So again, another little battleship on the right hand side, a Koenig. Can we get some shots off? Can we get some torpedoes away? Well, we can get the torps off. It does look like he's starting to adjust his speed, and we get some smoke up. There's another destroyer off to my left hand side, so I can stay in smoke, safe in the knowledge that that destroyer will continue to spot them. And with planes just off to the west hand side, I want to stay in this smoke wherever possible. And now we can just farm some damage with a HE into this big battleship. A fellow battleship there going toe to toe, so I just want to do what I can to try and assist him. And for some reason I do not know why I've switched to AP here. You can see the amount of non-penetrations in that last salvo. It's just not worth it in a battleship. Certainly not in a lower tier destroyer. I know it's broadside, but we're just not doing enough damage quick enough. So switch back to a HE. And if nothing else, at least try and get some fires on him. But he's burning nicely already from a fire that's already been set. See what we can do to try and send him to the bottom as quick as we can. Hidden behind the island at the moment, so wasn't detected at that point. But these ones look like they're going to straight down a pickle barrel and seal a third kill of a game. Up to 7,500 damage. 3 ships apiece, but maintain a caps point lead. And can we get some shots off now into his next battleship? Oh, that one round lands, it gives him a nice little fire on the nose. Yeah, destroyer off to the left hand side, so when we're talking about prioritising targets, got to make sure that that's our focus. Decent position in this game now. Just over 10,000 damage, so not massive amounts of damage, but we've got 3 kills. I'll take that all day long. But most importantly, it's about trying to win the game. Make a bit of a mistake here. Get too close to the island, but recover. Now we've just got to get back into position and spot this target. Do whatever we can to try and sink this destroyer as quickly as we can. You see at this range, it's just hard to miss. Get some torpedoes away. Kind of fight on either side of his current path. But he's going to try and sit in smoke there, but there's no hiding place for this little DD. Now on fire, and there we have 4th kill of a game. So 13,000 damage, 4 kills, and a decent position in this game now. Caps point lead, and I think the 1 extra ship advantage. So we move over towards B. Again, always try and play the objective whenever you can in destroyer. And at this point, I felt my priority was to try and move towards a cap. I mean, there is potential to get more damage on this battleship here. Everybody else seems out of range, so wherever we can, just keep putting fire down onto this battleship. I don't really need to worry too much about concealment at this point. The threat is quite minimal over on the side, so I can, where I need to, assist friendlies in trying to whittle down the damage on this battleship. But for now, I decided to hold back the fire a little bit, regain that detectability, and see if there's an opportunity somewhere, somehow, to get myself in a position to maybe get some torpedoes away and kill this sucker. Again, with a 6k torpedo range and a 5.7k detectability range, it is a fine art to get within an adequate distance to get them off, yet still have that rudder shift and that turn of circle to maybe get away. So wherever I can, if possible, try and use hard cover like this island I've got over here on my right hand side. That's exactly what was going through my mind at this point when I saw that battleship turn off and head in that direction. Was just sneaking behind. So we ask for Matsuki to stay in the cap and ensure that that's taken, while we look for an opportunity to just tuck into this island and maybe set up a nice little ambush. That's exactly what I'm going to try and do here. Would be nice to get the Kraken in what's probably going to be my final game in the Wakeful. Always nice to try and end it on a high. Certainly for me, highs come few and far between. But I was relatively confident here that as long as this battleship stayed on its current course, that this was going to set me up nicely for a torpedo kill. And here we have it, we're going to slow down and just wait for the perfect chance to get these off. He's obviously thought about putting island between him and the friendlies to try and give him some cover. Little did he know there was a British DD lurking on the other side, waiting to send him to the bottom of the abyss. And he's looked good. There's 3 there, all of which cause flooding. All irrelevant because now he's dead. And that's the 5th kill of a game, just under 46,000 damage. A commanding caps point lead. And now it would be an absolute travesty if we snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. There's an enemy New York, so maybe there's another chance to get some torpedoes away. Get some smoke off and provide myself a little protective shield of concealment. And then see if I can, once the reload is done, get some more torpedoes in his direction. He does have a little bit more room to manoeuvre here, if he decides to. As you can see on the timer of the smoke there, you don't get the longest amount of time with Wakeful smoke. It merely is a kind of self-defense aid, really. Drop it behind you as you run for your life and give yourself a little bit of cover, and maybe shield a burning friendly from incoming fire for a moment to give him a little bit of respite. But other than that, you're not really going to use it for anything like sitting in and pounding the enemy with HE or AP all day long. But he's gone. 2 more hits, gives us just under 60,000 damage. So a little bit more respectful now with 5 kills. And this game is all but over. As the clock ticks away, victory is only around the corner. Good little game. It's always nice to get a Kraken. Contributed well in that match. And decided to tell the friendly troops just that. So I anticipate the caster is going to be a similar style to the Wakeful, probably a little bit upgraded as you'd expect. But to be honest, I've got nothing but praise for this ship. I've really enjoyed playing it. I've well and truly been converted to DD play on World of Warships. And this didn't do anything to put me off that. So there we are, 178,500 silver, just under 3,500 experience with 672 free experience. So not a bad little wage. Devastating Strike, First Blood, and obviously Kraken Unleashed, 5 kills. Just under 59,000 damage. So not the highest, but not bad. 7 torpedoes hits, 5 kills, 2 fires, and 507 cause flooding with an assisted capture, and just a 1 enemy spotted on this occasion. So that was good enough to put us 3rd on the board. I was kind of hoping for a bit more, but beggars can't be choosers. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Give a Wakeful a try. It's a really good ship. And as always, I'll catch you on the next video. In a bit, guys. Hey guys, it's Centurion Master and welcome to another World of Warships replay. We're in the British Tier 4 destroyer, the Wakeful. We just opened the Akasta. Fucking Jesus. The Akasta.